What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Anthony Joshua. I want to talk to you guys about Anthony Joshua's sparring partners. Who's legitimate? Who do I feel that's not necessary? So let's get to the list of people. Okay. Number one on the list, I think it's very necessary, a fighter by the name of Timothy Moulton. He is a prospect. He has 5 wins, no losses, 2 KOs, and he's 5'11" tall. He looks like around the duplicate size of Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz is billed at 6'2", but he looks a lot shorter than that. You know, I can see why they brought him in. Even though he's smaller than Ruiz, he's still short and chunky, but you have to remember something. Ruiz is losing weight, okay? So how much weight they lose, they really won't know. I got another video coming from Robles soon, so stay tuned for that. But he is losing weight, so this is a good match for Anthony Joshua to be sparring with this particular fighter. Young fighter, undefeated fighter, hasn't tasted defeat, will come right at Anthony Joshua. It's his job to emulate what Ruiz will do on the night, or should I say on the day for us, right? So then next, of course, we have Derek Chisora. So we know he's a good friend of Anthony Joshua. And one thing about Derek Chisora, I think it's necessary. I don't think he's as fast as Ruiz, but he definitely has the power to thump, okay? Now, one thing you can't question is Chisora's punching power. The man can punch. Ask Spilka, ask Price, ask White, okay? This guy can thump. So he keeps low. Of course, he's a pressure fighter like Ruiz, so he wants to be that type of guy. I think he is necessary. Now, we have another fighter that has sparred with Anthony Joshua this period for the fight, which is Lawrence Akali. Lawrence Akali is what, 6'6", 6'5". I don't see why this is relevant for him to be in the camp. In this case, it is very unnecessary. You know, you don't need a Ruiz. Ruiz will not get taller overnight, okay? So I don't think that it's necessary to face Lawrence Akali. I mean, you know, I guess they want to be ready for everything, but at the end of the day, Ruiz isn't everything, okay? He's a certain type of fighter. They need to prepare for only that. Don't worry about taller fighters. Don't worry about slower fighters, okay? But here's the thing. I understand that it is difficult to prepare for Andy Ruiz because he's such an anomaly. He's a short, chunky, Chris Farley-like guy that can move and animate it like Chris Farley. Hussein Mohammed, okay, which is a German prospect. He is 13-0 and 12 KOs. You know, he's quick. He's 28 years of age. But guess what? Same as Akali, he's 6'5", another taller fighter that really isn't, I feel, necessary for Anthony Joshua's camp, okay? Now, mind you, a lot of times people say that Anthony Joshua had a full training camp when he was fighting Ruiz the first time. In fact, he only had 3 weeks, if that, to get prepared for Ruiz himself, okay? That's why they brought in guys like Joey DeWaco. And, of course, we know the rumors about that. But he only had a few weeks to prepare for a guy that he's never heard of and for a guy he just heard about fighting since the Miller upset, okay? So between these 5 guys, I only see Timothy Moulton, Derek Chisora, and basically those are the only 2 that I see that could help and benefit Anthony Joshua to get ready for this fight. All the other guys, I guess it's good to, you know, to share some rounds with, but what's the point? You know, he won't be eye level with Ruiz. Ruiz will be below him, throwing punches from a below, which is an awkward angle for him, obviously. You can tell when he was fighting Ruiz, it wasn't a type of angle that he's accustomed to or he prefers, that he cares for. Okay, so, you know, fighting someone like Derek Chisora that tends to crouch and get up under shots, similar to Andy Ruiz, I can see how that can help. Even though Chisora is slower, I can see how that can help. Timothy Moulton, I think, would be the crackerjack, okay? I think he would be the guy that best emulates Andy Ruiz. Even though I don't see him as fast as Andy Ruiz, but he's not significantly slower than Andy Ruiz. So I just wanted to drop this down to you guys, give you an update on what's going on with Anthony Joshua's camp, his sparring partners thereof, You guys tell me if these other guys that I mentioned that are not necessary are necessary. Leave your comments below. Of course, please subscribe. And all you guys been counterpunched. Peace.